There we go. Doctor's Facebook group. Yeah, I think I'm just going to go live. Love that. Okay. I feel like it's like a, okay, there it is, live video. Yeah, we can definitely have a little combination, a little combo of an Ask Me Anything on top of the other things. Hopefully it works out. Let's see. Connect to live stream. Post in the group. Okay. Webcam. Is that? Oh, awesome. Webcam. That works. That works. Okay, so what is your video about? That's a great question. I love the thoughtful questions. Okay, so a little story time. Let's test this out. I can do this, right, guys? I can do this. I believe. I believe in myself. Okay, and then I'm going to select the right mic. Okay, I think I'm doing it. Now, yes, that's right. Okay, complete the post details. I think we're good. I think we're good. And I need a box of tissues. The allergies are allergying for sure. All right, it says go live and there's a countdown. There's a countdown. And I think just to double and triple check, I may have to take a look at my phone just to make sure I'm live in all the places. I'm getting some notifications. I feel like this may be it. I feel like we're doing it. One more spot. Facebook group. I'm looking. Oh, there's our doctor friends in the group. Okay, I have hope. I'm going to hope against hope. I have hope that we're live. So nevertheless, let's do this. Let's get this party started. We all know that the tech gremlins absolutely love me. Oh, I want to look in one more spot. Hang on. Oh, unable to start video. Try again. Why were you unable to start video? I'm hardwired in. Okay, let's try that one more time. I'm going to refresh. It says video has ended. Broadcast quality. I'm giving it a 1, guys. I'm giving it a 1. Let's try that again, okay? Let's give it a go one more time. And if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. So we're going to give it a try one more time inside of the Facebook group. Just one more go. So thank you for bearing with me. Guys, if you have any questions regarding short-term rentals or midterm rentals or any updates, feel free to drop them in the chat. I am so grateful and happy to answer any and all of those questions. It is really an honor for me because it's so relatable to me how, okay. It kind of looks like I'm live online. It looks like I'm live in the Facebook group. Let me take a look again. All right, so let's see here. Let's give it a go. We're doing it again. We're doing it live. Go live. Boom. I'm like, boom, but it's not clicking. Nothing's happening. Let's try to add our title. Okay. Complete the post. I did. Does it not like that I repeated? I'm trying to go live now. Do you sometimes feel like Facebook is not really wanting you? Facebook is not really wanting you to be great. Do you ever get that feeling? I sometimes get that feeling. One more. Second time's a charm, right? Second time's a charm. Unable to go live. Check your settings and try again. Darn it. Okay. Alrighty. Hopefully we can connect the actual link into the Facebook group at some point. So I'm going to give up for now on going live on the Facebook group platform. However, let's begin, guys. For those of you who are here, welcome to our session today. It's a little bit of a story time. And towards the end, I'll share with you exactly how we can connect and like unpack and break it up a little bit further. So welcome to our training tonight, our story time for tonight. What if I told you that I saved over $72,000 in taxes and I didn't have to buy a dozen properties or become a full-time landlord to do it? In this video, I'm breaking down the exact strategy that helped me to save $72K in 1 year using just one short-term rental, a little bit of planning, and a legal is the operative word, a legal tax strategy that most doctors and high-income professionals, they've just never heard of. So here's the deal. You don't need a massive property. You don't need to be a full-time investor. This strategy lets you take advantage of something called bonus depreciation with just one short-term rental. And the key is something that the IRS calls material participation. So hang in there with me. Let's go ahead and break it down. Let's talk about the actual words that I just shared and how it actually works without all of the confusing jargon. Okay. So here's what most W-2 earners miss. You are taxed on nearly every single dollar that you earn at work. And it's because you don't get to deduct much of anything. Right? Sounds familiar? Well, here's the deal. Real estate. Real estate works completely different. Now, when you buy the right property, the IRS lets you claim something called depreciation. So think of it like this. They assume that the property, the house, the building, the structure that you're buying is wearing down over time. So they let you write off a portion of that value. And I'm getting distracted with my camera over here. All right, I see a few of you. Okay, there we go. So it's wearing down over time. And that's your assumption that the building is wearing down over time. So they let you write off a portion of its value, even if it's actually going up in price due to appreciation. And so that particular write-off helps you to reduce how much income the IRS sees on paper, even if that income is coming from your W-2. And so now normally this happens slowly. The wear down, it happens slowly over the course of 27 and a half years or so. But here's where bonus depreciation comes in. Bonus depreciation, it lets you take a big chunk of that total write-off the first year, in year one, without spreading it out over time. So rather than taking a little bit of savings each and every year, you can save a lot up front. And so what does that mean for you? It means massive tax savings right away. I'm talking about 50K, 100K, 150K or more in the first year, and it allows you to legally lower the amount of income tax that you will pay. Okay. And so this is just so powerful. The reason it is so powerful is because short-term rentals are treated completely differently than long-term rentals by the IRS. So let me take it a step back a little bit. So what are short-term rentals? Well, short-term rentals are kind of like Airbnb. So think Airbnb style stays. These are furnished homes where your guests stay for an average of 3 nights, 4 nights, like less than 7 nights. The IRS sees them more as like a business transaction than a passive investment. And that opens up a whole lot of opportunities. It makes it super special. I felt like a sneeze was coming on. So, hey, go, guys. The flowers are blooming, all the things. Nevertheless, my allergies are blooming as well. Okay, so where were we? So we said that it's more of a business and not really a passive investment strategy. So if you actively invest or actively manage that property, you prove to the IRS that you're involved. You can use those paper losses to offset your W-2 income, your day-to-day job. And so let's talk about paper losses for a moment. So again, paper losses are those losses on paper. They're essentially deductions you can take on your tax return that don't come from money that you actually spent. Okay, so you didn't really lose money on your bank account, but you lost money on paper due to the depreciation. And so the IRS allows it to reduce how much of your W-2 income gets taxed. So that is amazing. It means that you can actually make a whole lot of money. And like many of the doctors in our community, we have dual income with no kids or with kids, married doctor couples that are bringing in a whole lot of income, but they're getting taxed. They have student loan debt. And so this is really, really significant. So again, it means that you can make great money and reduce your tax bill at the same time. So I want to break down the next phrase for you. So let's break down. I want to break this down because it may sound super technical. I remember when I first heard it 4 years ago or so, and I really didn't understand what it meant, but it is really actually simple. Okay. And we've already covered it. So the next phrase is material participation. So material participation just means that you're actively involved with your short-term rental. So you're not just handing it off to a property manager. You're not just forgetting about it. And so material participation is what the IRS is looking at, and they want you to qualify for material participation. And you just usually need about 100 hours per year spent on that property, and it has to be more than anyone else spends on it. So that's about 2 hours or so a week, not too shabby. Examples of things where material participation is counted is like as soon as you have a property under contract, all of that prep time involved tends to be considered material participation. So setting up the electricity, setting up the cleaners, interviewing who's going to clean the property, setting up your automations, updating the calendar, notifying the cleaners when to show up, adjusting your pricing, reviewing the guests that come in and out, writing those guest reviews, ordering little specialized or personalized gifts or special touches for the property. So those things would count as material participation. And it's really important for you because if you meet that level of involvement, the IRS will let you use your real estate losses to reduce your taxes, any taxes that you may owe on your W-2. So there's a study that's involved with that, and I'm going to explain it to you in a moment, okay? So essentially, that's the loophole, and I love it. It is 100% legal. We're not trying to go to jail. Definitely connect with your financial advisors, your tax strategists to make sure that you are in alignment with the strategy and it makes sense for you. And so, what I love about material participation is with the right systems in place, many of our clients are hitting this with 2 hours or a little bit less per week. And this ends up adding up to thousands, even 10,000s in tax savings. Okay. So again, this only works with short-term rentals. And that's why this method, I find it to be so powerful because it is so specific. Okay. So here's what happened for me. I purchased my first short-term rental in a drive-to market, not too far away. I managed it myself. I set up the automations. I had the support of a cleaner who was boots on the ground. She was absolutely amazing. That year, my CPA referred me to a special type of engineer who helped me run a cost segregation study. Now, that's a specialized process where they break down the property into like little components, like flooring, cabinet, appliances, roofing. All of those are separate components, and each comes with their own shelf life, if you will, or their own lifespan, rather. And so the goal is to separate those parts so they can depreciate faster than usual and faster than the 27 and a half years. And that's what was able to allow us to unlock that bonus depreciation in year one. So the result, y'all, we were able to legally write off $72,645 in depreciation from my W-2 income that year. That one property completely offset what we owed, and I actually received a refund check from the IRS for $17,000. Oh my goodness. I don't know about you, but that is something to celebrate. Instead of owing, the IRS owed me. And so we've helped so many doctors do this time and time again. They've done the same exact thing. So to recap, again, the strategy works if you buy one short-term rental and you show the IRS that you are actively involved and managing it. Okay. And so I really want to show you exactly how to implement this strategy, how to pick the right property, how to set it up quickly and manage it in a way that meets the IRS's material participation without spending more than 2 hours a week. Watch my next training where I'll reveal exactly how to get started with slashing your tax bill legally using this powerful strategy. All right. So for those of you who are here with us live, I would love to hear from you. What questions are coming up for you based off of what we just shared? And I'm looking. I may have to holler at my glasses, guys. So no offense, but my husband tried to say, "You're 50." I'm like, I am not, sir. I am not 50 yet. Don't go there. Give me a beat. Give me a beat. Do not just start adding years onto my age. I'm not quite there yet. Although we have some amazing boss ladies in our community that are 50, but I'm not there yet. So, but I'm wearing my glasses and I, of course, am fighting for my life, looking for the chat. Let me know. Let me know in the chat what questions are bubbling up for you. What, like, legit, where are the questions? I feel like it doesn't want me to be great. But you know what? We're going to be great anyway. So either way, irregardless of whether or not I find these questions right now, I have a live training coming up breaking down the strategy a little bit more. If you go to TuDoorDocs.com, that's the number 2, DOOR docs, DOCS.com. I have a training coming up next week where we'll break it down a little bit further. We'll be in a Zoom room where it's nice and safe and tucked away so that you don't have to worry about me, whether or not I see your questions. Okay. So would love for you to join us there. In the interim, let me see if I could pull up TudorDocs.com. Yep, there it is. Pulled it up. And we have a few options for our dates next week because we don't offer replays. So we want to have a conversation with you in the room. All right, so I can certainly find the Q&A, right, guys? I think I can. Let's see. Either way, keep the questions coming. I promise you, I may not get to them tonight because there is obviously a delay, but I certainly will get to them. I assure you, I will get to your questions. All right. So I think that's, yeah. All right. I just don't want to give up. I just feel like I don't want to give up. Every time I log into technology, it's like it feels brand new all over again. Yeah, I don't know. Where would the questions be? Okay. Let's see here. No. I'm changing all sorts of screens. Okay. So I'll make a note to myself to figure out, to have someone on my team help me figure out where the Q&A is. But nevertheless, guys, I hope you all felt a little bit inspired. I hope you felt a little hopeful. I know tax season is not our favorite conversation, but nevertheless, you're here with me, and I'm oh so very grateful. Conquer the rest of your week. We're on Wednesday. The week is speeding past us. I appreciate you being here. Love you all to the moon, and I will see you next time.